people who complain in the game is dead don't actually consume versus
Right.
content.
Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and
All right, we got the thing going. They can hear us. We stream it. Let me bring up. I forgot I do leave it so people could. People may make comments. I forgot this. This is not legendary where people just ignore all my stuff. They're actually people who actually watch the versus stuff.
Right.
Buckeye and friends, here we are again. It's been a couple seconds.
A couple.
But here we are again, season 14 recap on Build a Team.
Yeah.
I got to play a game in this. I like the format. We got a lot of good reviews on this.
A lot. Yeah.
So I guess I got to announce everybody here. I forgot, been a while. So I'm David D. Rob in Discord. We got Roland, Shadow the Bat. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. It's been a minute.
You probably haven't seen him on a resource roll, but you know.
Is that still a thing?
Is the resource bleacher now? It's like one of the bleachers that you fold up in the gym and stuff.
Exactly.
And then the champ again. Well, I mean a Buckeye champ. First time Buckeye champ, but champ before the Black Knight one. Is it still one, or do we move to one?
Well, no, I actually won this time, so we'll keep it for sure. The Black Knight won.
Tevon Campbell, not the singer.
Not the singer, but we're out here still kicking butt and taking names. Finally got that coveted Buckeye event win, so y'all can add me to the trophy wall. You know what I mean?
So let's get into this. I know a lot of people think the game is dead.
Yep.
So we're apparently zombies now.
We are.
Well, hey, we make an impact when we drop, so I'll take it.
Like I said, I mean, is Checker dead too? Is Chess dead?
Right.
I haven't seen the news. I haven't seen the Chess expansion yet. But all right, moving along. So this is the first format that we actually got to put together.
Yeah.
For this, I mean, since UDA, the organized play is definitely dead. That is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
There's no zombie fight. They're just dead.
In the coffin.
So we were able to do our own format. So I came up with something different. Vern in the house. What's up? Big Shrink in the building.
Big Shrink
in the house. So Build a Team. I mean, so this is an idea I've been working on. I won't say for a little over a year at least.
You bounced it off me a lot.
I've been trying to find the right time, but like I said, because we had to build an arc where you took the 200 sets. I'm like, why not build a team?
Right.
But the cool thing I thought about this is like we could let team attack together, was I think brought a whole new diversity to the verses, almost like a different game. So I got to play one game. I kind of noticed this, but let's have him talk about this. He actually lived it for 6 weeks. So tell what your thoughts are. Yeah, give us something. Give us something.
Yeah, so I think I had messaged it in the general chat, but this is one of my favorite versus formats that I've gotten to play with the game. It really opens up because of the way that you all organize it with the team stamp, things that combos and different interactions that just may not have been possible before. And I kind of stumbled onto some things too that I thought helped me become very successful. But the other part to it is the trading. So like being able to go and get that one card out of a set that is helping you build your team synergy way better, or just helping you accomplish what you're trying to do. And because of the way how you did it, where you have an MC set separate from the equipment and plot twist, like it really diversified how you played the game. And then the fact that you had the supplemental drafts, and then I think the way that you lock people in, if you traded a piece away, you can't get rid of it. It just, to me, it worked out really, really well. Not just because I won the whole thing. Every person that I talked with said we were having a lot of fun. So
yeah, like I said, I've been brainstorming this idea because I didn't want to make it too complicated. Mm-hmm. But I also was hoping I didn't want people to get confused. But it seemed like everybody gathered and played it correctly the whole time. I didn't get any questions. I mean, I got small questions here and there, but I got nothing in the middle of the game or nothing. Like I thought the whole team logo. So let me explain team logo first. So team logo were basically all the cards you drafted that had a team's affiliation were considered to have your team logo. So they could team attack, they could use plot twist. Almost only thing they couldn't use was the wows. Mm-hmm. The wow were only dedicated to whoever that person was, or a team, or whatever. Yeah. But I got the rules up on the screen, so if you haven't, you could pause and read it. Well, probably not while I'm screaming, but but you can catch up. Either way, it's still the same old. I know you didn't get interact with this, Roland, but do you got any words?
Looked like fun. Like I said, everybody I interacted with was like, "This is awesome." I think it was a home run for our first Buckeye built format.
Because I think Buckeye going to change up in the coming years, but I think we will be bringing this back at some point within it. So there might even be one. Yeah, so we may make this one of the yearly things, but we'll see where we get there. So the draft results, for the most part, basically, like I said, everybody draft pieces. So like the Avenger MC, we refer to everything as pieces. Mm-hmm. So basically, you would take it, like I said, it was a puzzle. You took pieces and you build a team, and they were able to trade within. I mean, I think it had a lot of good things going for it. And like I said, I think it worked for both people. It worked for the people who want to play a different MC every week or change up a bit. It also worked for the people who just want this drafted lineup. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do no trade. I can still play and have just as much fun.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So because there's some people who trade every week. There's some people who didn't trade at all. There's some people who traded 2 or 3 times. Just
nice to have the option.
Yeah, I think it fit everybody. But let's get to the meat of this. So the season results. So if you don't know yet or haven't heard of coming in now, our champion for this season was Tevon. So we'll go by your game, but you got no loss. So we'll go back. So in second place, I guess. I mean, not the champion. We have Vern.
Silver.
We got more not champion than PJ and Scott up with 2 losses.
Scott was
look at Big Scott moving up the rank.
Yeah,
3 losses. We got Filkin, Patrick, and Eli. 4 losses, and Chris had 5 losses. Was it 6 weeks? Where do?
Oh yeah, I should have made that a 6.
Okay.
Oh, I'm just saying.
My bad.
Chris got lost in the blender somewhere.
I don't know much about Chris. Like I say he's still building his game up, working it, but he don't miss a game.
He does not.
Yeah, he's gonna be there for every game for sure. And we appreciate you for that.
Right? Yeah, and boy, I mean, showing up is sometimes some of the biggest part of this. So, like I said, that why more so more than that he lost all of them. It was like he only played 5 of them.
No, that's not bad.
But did he get hospitalized? I mean. I'll
yell at my editor.
Okay. But
you to call it in from the hospital room.
Jamil, Earl, Jason, yeah, but yeah, these are all the players. I think everybody played Earl had to skip a week and I filled in for him.
Yep.
But I think everybody played every week.
I think Archie and maybe Filkins missed one. But
okay.
I mean, again, no big deal.
We'll see. Yeah, but like I said, it's okay to miss, but it's how much everybody wanted to stay interactive with it and stuff.
I feel like this was our smoothest season.
Right. And I think we also put kind of, I don't want to say gadgets, devices. So like, yeah, you can't trade unless you play.
Yeah.
You can't get a supplemental draft. And I think that kind of helped a little bit as well for some of the, like if you just try and totally duck somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right. Well, let's get to the meat and potatoes. We had the salad, and now we had the main course. So we gonna sit back and listen to the story, Tevin. So guide us. You can see the screen, right? So
I can see it. I can see it.
Give us short a bridge. This is not like a tournament, but short a bridge.
Yeah, I know. I've been working on that, so okay. we'll bring it down. I've been doing my round reportings as the full story mostly,
so let's first start with your draft choices. Your game plan going in, where you ended up.
So I ended up being higher on the Buckeye board for standing, so I ended up drafting it later. My whole goal was to get the Frightful MC so I could play Dr. Doom and then draft equipment so that from turn 1, obviously you see I had Predator equipment, I was going to go crazy and just go invention nuts, level, whatever. That didn't happen because they got drafted early. So I knew I wanted to play photo. So when it came to me, I was like, all right, let me grab MCU heroes, get a big swash of MCs. And then because I was towards the bottom, it came right back to me. I said, all right, well, let me get another big photo group. So I chose MCU heroes again. So I was like, all right, there's at least got to be some synergy there. Then when it came back to me, I was like, I do want to be able to invent. And I'm looking at what was left. So I was like, let me take the Fantastic supporting characters as well, so that we can mix some things in. And then it came back and Predator was still on the board. So I said, let me take the Predator equipment, not realizing that I just drafted like literally the worst plot twist that ain't gonna help me, and we're all one of a kind. So I only had 4 plot twists in the whole package that I had, point blank period. But you know what? Winners win, so we said we're gonna make it work.
So do you trade out in the supplemental draft at all, or?
No, I did not trade a team. I kept the original teams that I took.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go through the game real quick. If you want to talk about the trade, if you remember for each round, go right ahead.
Yeah. So round 1, I knew I was playing Patrick, and he had all heals basically. So we took Odin against the wrestler because I figured he used the fearless match and was going to be able to. He was going to have to stun Odin, and it was a tight game. And I ended up getting basically the lockout play that I figured out when I was testing with Jamil was you get Herbie in the row, either in front of or next to Rescue, and just have the Lokes to spend. They have to hit Herbie, and you just spend it, and then their turn is basically over. If they can't put negs or anything like that. So I ended up top decking a Herbie and playing it to lock Patrick out from being able to get the final wound on Odin that he needed. And I put on, I was putting on combo sticks so that you couldn't play plot twist against them either to pump up or do anything like that. So we won that game. That trade took a while because we were trying to figure out like what was going to work best for us. I didn't think he was going to give up Britt Baker.
That's nice. That's a nice way to say trading with Patrick. But go ahead.
No, it was. He was definitely giving me mad different points on what I could do. Like it was like a dissertation. I appreciate Patrick very much for that. And it was so funny because like we were going back and forth. He was like, "Man, I think you could use like Kenny Omega or some different stuff." And he was like, "But also, I could give you Britt Baker." And I said, "Oh, as soon as you said Britt, it was a wrap." So I was like, "Give me Britt." And what did I get? I forgot what I gave him. I gave him Ant-Man.
I think I might have misplaced some of my property over here.
Right, yeah. So, because I was like, I don't need Ant-Man. We'll make it work. So that was great. So as soon as I got Britt, I kissed the card. I said, "Hey, y'all, I got to bring you into the next one." And we played PJ, and PJ probably he saw the second worst opening hand against me in terms of what I was able to pull. So by like turn 1, we had got the wounds, and I put a combo stick on Britt Baker, and I didn't choose the fearless. I chose the one that gives her Berserker.
Oh, okay.
Lights
So
out.
turn one.
Lights out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. So turn 1. Combo stick, so she gets +1/+1. Swing in, she goes to 5. Stuns JJ. He doesn't have a play passes. Turn 2, I put down Rescue, and then I spend the revolutions to put 5 counters on Rescue. Turn 3, I do the same thing with Herbie. So essentially, we had the Lokes and the lockout, and 15 to 16 on the board at all times, and just cleared it. So. He didn't stand a chance, unfortunately. He didn't see any Lokes either.
So you're playing with all your top cut MCs, huh?
Yeah. Well, listen, the old man, I told you he was tired of the noise. He kept rattling, saying, "Y'all got to quiet down." Vern, he played a Shatara, and against Odin, that's a very bad matchup because when he made the 2 totems, he put negatives on Odin, so that made him stay up for longer. He was able to get the stun, but he didn't see any Lokes. Any low drops, no nothing. So it was basically it was a very bad draw for Vern. And then he, by the time he tried to stabilize, the game was out of hand. So we got that one with Vern. Oh, I'm sorry. So when I played PJ, I traded him the MCU Wasp. MCU Wasp because he had the Avengers plot twist package. So I was like, "Oh, she's gonna level immediately because you have Think Again." So then when I played Vern, we're talking about trades, and he's like, "Man, give me my baby. Who you think I want? Big Shrank." I said, "Oh, dog, she just left the building, dog. I don't know what to tell you. I wasn't even thinking." So we ended up trading. I needed a better 4-drop, so I think I took Scarlet Witch, Brotherhood, SC, and he took one of my MCs that he was going to use. I forgot who he took, but so then round 4, this is where strategy came into play. I knew Eli had mutant resistant MCs, and I could only think of him playing Rogue. I knew he played Rogue before. So I chose Captain America.
Yeah.
And obviously air superiority at level 1. My whole idea was don't level from level 1 and let everybody else do the work to make Rogue ineffective. But it also helped that he didn't see any blues.
Okay.
So
yeah.
So Rogue ended up leveling, and it became a tighter game at the end. But the way that we won is I played. It was like turn 8 or 9. She was on the final wound, but she had a wall in front of her. I had my Cap at level 2. No, he was level. But we lose the 2 when we swing into Rogue, and I played a red shift, and then I put active camo on red shift, and my main had active camo on him as well. And when we swung in, it went down to her what she was on the 14, and he couldn't play a plat twist because I think somebody had a combo stick. I'm sorry. So Cap had a combo stick and could fly over, and then red shift, however it worked, we got to him, and it ended up getting the final wound on him. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Trade?
Yeah. Who did we trade? Oh, he had Underworld, so I took Taskmaster, 3-drop Taskmaster.
Oh, there you go.
From him. So now this is the part about build a team. I'm like, this is like unheard of. Like I'm like, this team is amazing. I got a crazy drop on 3. I got crazy drops on 2. Crazy drops on 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I played Jamil. I was prepared for him to play Banshee or to play. I thought he was gonna play X-23,
right?
Because he had X-Men, but then he also had the what was it? The X-Files one where you can go and just find a card and put it on top. I need your help. So I was like, he's gonna try and outlast me like crazy. What he doesn't know is that if I play MCU Iron Man, he's only got 3 health, even if he heals.
Yeah.
So I was gonna alt win him. But he played Deadpool, and we had to play a more aggressive game. But I ended up leveling and ended up beating him.
That Iron Man's a bad man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and you know what? I didn't think he was gonna see it coming because if he would have slapped X-23 down, he was gonna lose the alt win for sure.
Right? Oh yeah.
For sure.
There was no way he'd be able to stop that. And he traded me Forge.
Okay.
Okay.
He had X-Men, didn't he? No, he didn't. What did he trade me? Whoever had X-Men gave me Forge.
Okay.
So that was earlier. And then whatever Jamil gave me, it was just like icing on the top. I didn't need it at that point.
Let's go ahead and wrap this up. We about to play you off the stage.
Yep.
So go ahead and finish this up.
All right. In the last game, when I played Pilkins, it was part 2, like they said, the rematch on Friday after next. And I had the God draw in the beginning, and then it never got better for him. I turn 3, I invented the anti-life machine, and I had 2 of the Fantastic Spider-Man, and I just kept recycling every turn because Odin didn't need to attack, so I was just inventing every turn. Then I played Forge and invented. I had the Herbie and Rescue set up, and it was really bad, and we won.
So for 1 week, you was at the top of the Buckeye rank board.
Yeah, 1 week, and then PJ swooped back in and took that. So, y'all sure y'all don't want a round 7? I mean, I'd love to play another game. I still got my deck built.
And when I thought about it, I'm like, maybe we do this for 8 weeks. But like, we'll keep it 6 and move it along.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna come back. I think this seems like something I definitely want to revisit.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
If I'm still running things, people still hanging around.
Yeah.
I'll be here. So let's just put the rest of the people. We'll kind of go quick. So we have Vern next. So Outriders. It looked like he had MCU villains, Senators of Syndicates, MCs. He had Brotherhood, and
that was the Ebony
Ivory Dark. Yes,
yeah,
one neutral package. But he started. Vern gonna play a different MC every week.
Yep.
That's how you get down. So his only loss was against you, Tevon. Let's talk about that. outright against Flash Thompson. I mean, yeah, you can see that happening.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think Earl was trying to do all when he had the long gunman packet with Flash. So
okay, yeah.
Anti-Venom against Rogue. He could cancel a lot of combat. So, but and then like I said, the Brotherhood just smashed her, so they could probably throw negatives on her.
Yeah,
for fun. We talked about that game, Iceman. I love Iceman.
Iceman's so
because
cool.
he could come so fast, and Venom apparently just didn't get there. I'm guessing. Cloak and Dagger against Adam Warlock. I mean,
yeah, I could see that.
And then he did bring back Adam Warlock to the wrestling ring. That almost seemed unfair.
It does.
Yeah, that's unfair. That's
come Brian
it's a great play.
and coming to fight him from outer space to the all right, PJ, our current leader.
Yeah.
All right, y'all ain't got to keep rubbing it in now.
So, Brotherhood, MCs, he had the X-Men
And then the
Avengers.
comic book
Okay.
Avengers for SCs.
and Plot Twist.
Yep.
So he started out with Zorn, went against Kate Pryor. But that's Jamil. Jamil probably played a more safe for Kate Pryor.
Yeah.
I don't think he utilized his supporting characters properly using K Pride either. So,
Okay.
but
We talked about your game, and then he like, okay, we're gonna do Adam Warlock till he lose, and he lost.
Lost his.
and then he traded him away.
Right,
He said,
right.
"Get out of here, Luca.
Right.
We don't need you."
Right. I've had to make a Mike Vick reference, like he did, like the dog. You all fun and game until you lose, but I don't want to get canceled again.
Right.
But and then finally he had Waltz against Carnage was.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah. And you know he had so many, like you said, Tevon was talking about the trade before, so yeah. Scott, you know who Scott was about. Scott had a plan. If
Yes,
it
he
wasn't
did.
for Kang, you probably would have got Dr. Doom.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, he beat me to it, but you know what? He enjoyed it,
Right.
and that's all that matters. So
Yeah, I mean, and then he had the TVA, I think, to try to help ramp.
Yeah.
So I know. So like I said, the game he lost to Jamil, he didn't ramp. Actually, I recorded that game. It was played over Octagon.
Oh, okay.
And I recorded. I just haven't put it up. I've been lazy with my recording. I don't like the new software they use that had the free software. But you know, I gotta get done. He tried time the Wizard and lost to Falcons, and
Yeah.
and the rest is going his way.
Kang Dynasty.
And then Patrick, he had a lot of heals. I mean, I know they traded in and out of things. We just kind of put the draft stuff
Right.
on there. But like I said, lost to Odin. Heard about that. Brian Danielson against Kate Pryor. Well, he should be able to hit her every turn, but then
Yeah.
but I guess if he take a turn off, she could then level. But that could
Right.
go either way as well.
well, it depends on how he played his supporting, because that's the thing. You're giving them combats to win if you're
Right.
not going big. But
Right.
yeah.
And then I played him with Carnage. With Earl lineup was not made for my game style, so I did go with Carnage. I did put that game up on YouTube. It was pretty. I mean, it was pretty good. Just like I said, he got some draws and he got me early. Like he went first with the first kill of everything, because like he had to go. He could win that combat easy.
Yeah.
And in turn 2, I had to go into him. I'm like, I might well get this XP because he's gonna win the combat either way. So it was just downhill from there. But yeah. And then Dark Phoenix, Homelander, and then he finished it off with Danielson. We
Yeah.
start with Danielson, we end with Danielson.
That's right.
Eli, he had the Resistance. Yeah, Resistance.
Underworld.
Underworld, and Syndicate. But well, he's not getting a wrestle at the end, huh?
Yeah.
With a win against Chris, huh?
Those some good teams though. Like that's a good draft that he had.
All right. Now he had a plan. Like I said, win against Frankie, yeah. Anti-Venom, like I said, Rogue just struggled, but Kingpin, I could see her doing damage there. Cap is a perfect counter for Homeland. I can see that,
Yeah. He just
then-
laser her.
Yeah. And then Falcon, okay, so they didn't play the week 1? Is the game?
Right.
Okay. And then Cloak and Dagger, a lot of Venom, and then end with you. So, yeah, so Spider Friends, well, a lot of good MCs there. So probably no Spider Woman. He didn't play no Spider Woman.
Yeah, maybe he got sick of her from the last season.
I don't know why you get sick of
Yeah, because
winning.
those spots just gonna work with her too. So
Yeah,
Right. Yeah, so,
maybe he was just on the Venom
Right.
train.
right.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Maybe you build a deck and you stick with it, you know.
right.
Well, 3 wins, 50-50, you know. King,
Pretty good.
yeah. Jamil, him and his X-Men, but he got to snuck them Mortal Kombats in there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I think he meant wrong, but he tried.
He got a win with Banshee, and then he just got off of him, and then went to X-23.
Mm-hmm.
Toe wouldn't have none of the X-23 stuff.
Yeah, Toe said, "Yeah, lay it down, man."
And Kitty just, she. But he had the I need your help.
Yep.
He was phoning a friend. The game that I was watching, he was phoning a friend quite a bit.
Yeah. And then he had what did he have? He had Vicky to help with the X-23 stuff too. So that was nonsense.
Hammer support,
Oh,
yeah.
I can see that.
And he had that's the Earth.
And Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he had good lockout potential. It's just
Right.
got to pull the cards.
Right. Well, he didn't need to pull it. He could just go find it.
Right. That's the fact.
Earl, Venom. I mean the Symbiote, Defenders, and X for the Bureau, and then he did a Wakanda package, a neutral package.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, look, like trying to go with the alt win. He got off like a couple times with Red Skull, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
And then Carnage, I played him once, and then like I said, I did a round with him against Patrick, and like I said, and then Anti-Venom against Outrider. Yep. Got a lot of Frenchie here. You don't see much boys action nowadays.
Right.
And then it seems like a lot of people, you were able to build your deck towards your play style, was I think was the cool thing about this.
Right.
Yeah. And like the way that you guys did it, it made it so that this is the best way to try to make something work if you wanted to,
Right.
because you get to pick what comes out with it, and they're on the same team with the affiliation.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah, I think like I said, and then with the small number of people playing, like, we write about 10 people. I think it was 10 or 12. We had 12? 12
yeah.
people.
12.
You had 12 people. There's a lot of pick from. So, I mean, even being late in the draft, you can still make a pretty good team.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think somebody could came in afterwards and still put together a decent team.
right.
So,
But those trades become important too. So that was the part about it. Like, all right, I just need what is the one thing that can help me out tremendously.
that you may not be using, and you can get something that I may not be using, but
Right.
valuable you, not valuable. Another man's garbage, another man's treasure. Saying,
Mm-hmm.
Archie, he just went all kingpin.
Yeah, he said all or nothing. When he
Right.
got his stuff off, those working.
Right. Now I can only imagine with the symbiotes too having
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that seemed like a good plan.
That
I mean,
really does.
that's the dream.
I would have loved to see it again. That seemed like a really good plan.
Mm-hmm.
But I know Archie be putting in that time. He probably looking for a game right now that if not playing.
Yeah.
But they did think Chris went with your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, but like I said, I also see, so many people who late to the game, they playing some of their MCs that, like, they didn't get to play much because they came in later sets and stuff.
Right.
Right.
What's this Spider-Man picture of? I have to ask.
That's the firefighter one.
Was
From
it-
your typo.
And
The
what-
one that had hidden firearm.
okay. Oh yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I see what that represents.
And he was playing my boy Spidey, so I had to find out
Right.
firefighter Spidey.
That probably took most of the time. Like, yeah, it took me like 2 hours to do this slide. How long did it take you to find that picture? Hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's
I
what makes
just-
Spider-Man
I
2.
wait a second, I got that saved. I got that saved right in my files. I got with my adult content. Wife keep walking in. Are you looking at Spider-Man again? Oh, sorry,
Close your eyes.
Daddy, what you doing? No, didn't want to see you like that. All right, and finally, the rankings. Even though he's the champ, he was not at the top of the list.
That's all right. We go.
Right.
That's motivation for the next event. You know what I mean?
So the next event is a single. I guess we'll talk about the next event a little bit now, but we're gonna do a whole stream on it. So I am super excited for that.
Yeah.
So I think we got 26 different entries. I mean, people can sign up twice.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a couple people signed up once. But yeah, I mean, we got some good stuff coming for that, man. And then, like I said, it's gonna be, you got a draft on the spot too, which I think is gonna be awesome.
Right.
But
yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
I mean, I'm in that for sure. Because
right.
I'm like, do you have fun? But I think you got to bring out some killers too. And I mean, some people worry about, well, there's gonna be all the terrible stuff, but if they win one game, they never come back to this event again.
Right.
I think this is just a last parade of all the MCs we could do this event. We'll do it twice a year, and just the last hurrah. Like these are all the MC. I mean, unless Upper Day do something like that, because it's not officially there, or at least the release schedule or the organized play. But right now, we can assume these are all the MCs in versus 2PCG right now.
Right.
We're gonna put them in the match, and we just gonna keep just running them against each other.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you get to draft seeing your matchup, I think a lot of people have build deck. I think a lot of these MCs are good because you don't know when they're coming. Or you have to be prepared for other things as well.
Right.
Like, you can't completely defend yourself against Outrider and expect to win games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but that's like you said. So look at what happened with Rogue. Rogue is a great MC.
Right.
But if I knew I was going to play her, which I figured I was, I just built the deck to beat her, and it worked.
Right. So I think that what people say, yeah, it could be. But like I said, I mean, some of these MCs that are really, really good at time are not good if you know they coming.
Right.
If you know you're playing master mode, he's not as good if he just show up at your door.
Yep.
Right.
So I think that's gonna make, and like I said, you can change your deck each week. So I mean, I think the best MC.
That's the other thing I'm excited about is just actually being able to use all cards again and just build a deck.
And the whole thing open. I mean, it's gonna be amazing. Because I had seen it done, and I had done it myself. How many card people have forgot about because they've been on the ban list?
Yep.
And like, what, this character Solo? Who this? What did he do?
Solo's my dude.
Right. Or you sitting there thinking like, who am I going to put on 2? Like, wait, you know how many cards are good on this?
Right.
On 2? What are you talking about?
Right. So, and like I said, if this is my time to show that photo really the shit. People be hating on them, but I mean, but yeah, see how good but it really, the main thing to determine how good is an MC when you see them coming.
Right.
Right.
Like, Mana Loki is good, don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. But what is somebody building a deck just to beat your Mana Loki?
Mm-hmm.
Right. He ain't so good no more.
Right. I mean, he's still good. Outriders, I think, is going to be the prime example of this.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be honest, if I get the number 1 pick, I might take Outriders because, like I said, the other thing about this is, let's use Outrider. How many of these new cards have you seen Outrider play with?
Right, none.
Right. I mean, have you seen boys in his deck, or the boy, with the boys, or with the Mortal Kombat stuff?
Right.
With Outriders, I mean, and AEW with Outriders. I mean, there's just so many things.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I think being able to put all the cards, like I said, we only just banned the NFC, so all the support pool. I mean, you get to see what being played. So I think
right.
We definitely gonna have a stream by the end of the week. I know I've been talking about the people in my circle about this for months about doing the stream, but we're gonna get it done.
Yeah.
And the draft is June 3rd. Yeah, it's June 3rd.
Okay, so that's right around the corner. So hey, y'all start thinking entries are still open, right? So
yeah. It's always up to the draft. Let me see how many people we got signed up.
I see some killers on the list too, so this definitely gonna be a fun one.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people signed up. And let me see. I don't think you can see my screen no more, Tevin. 14. No. And at 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we got about 26 or so people signed up for this.
Yeah, that's a good.
And let me just show how we're gonna do this. So we're gonna take the list. We're gonna take this list. So I already got it set up. I got the little spinning wheel thing. So basically, when we do the draft, of course, like I said, I'm gonna go in more detail on this way. The fantasy or whatever. We go to wheel and name. Oh yeah, I got a list right here. So it's gonna be a wheel. Let me bring the screen up so you can see it. So I don't want to leave you out on this. That'd be rude. Share screen. Entire screen. Second. So it's gonna be like this. So basically, this is what we're gonna have. So then we just click on it, and we're gonna spin, and that who pick it would be. So Mitch if this was the starting draft, Mitch would got the number 1 pick. We remove him from the list, and we spin the next person. One person could get picked 2 times in a row, or they could even get matched up with themselves. So, and that'd be the 1 seed. Eli will get picked the 2nd seed, and we go on and on like this. And the fact you got to pick your MC on the spot.
Yeah.
But like I said, yeah, and like I said, the person get the first pick, get picked the MC first, but then the opponent get the pick.
Mm-hmm.
And also, whoever higher up in ranking, they'll get the priority. So if you go first, this is a good time to pick Cloak and Dagger because you can always go first.
Wait, are they good when you go first?
Are they good when you're not going first? But I think we got the point across. We did a recap. We got that in. Like I said, versus maybe there from upper deck side of things. But if you still want to play the game, there's still cars. My cars haven't melted. They haven't self-destruct.
They still there. I got a binder full. I'm working on a Halloween format. I'm thinking we'll have some players be the monsters, some players be the hunters, and I don't know. I like the idea of having 2 different factions going. The monster players, if they win the majority of 1 week, something cool will happen. Still. We got one more feature format, like I said. So basically, just to kind of let people on the Buckeye schedule. So we're doing King of the Upper Deck, single elimination tournament. They're gonna go for like June and July, and then in September. Let me bring up in September. We do plan on having a versus event in Ohio at Epic Loot, and we already got the format picked out for that. Yep,
it's gonna be like second chance, except you pick the 2 volumes you playing from. So we're working on that in Epic Loot. Then, like I said, after that, I think we'll do the event. We'll do the last feature format 15. We're probably going to be the end of our feature formats, our Buckeye season. We're going to change up the game. We're going to have our invitational towards the end of the year, and we'll do another King of the Hill at the same time. And then we may do, like I said, a whole new thing going into next year, but we're still going to be versus.
Yeah.
It's going to be a different looking versus. But yeah, I think that sums everything up. Any final words from anybody?
Hey man, just appreciate the work the Team Buckeyes doing to give us formats to play, and I'll be here till the lights are turned off. So let's keep it going.
Yeah, we definitely keeping it going. So I probably don't see most of y'all like Gen Con. It's gonna be a different year.
Yeah, for sure.
You're going to actually have to walk through the hall and find people and stuff. Like, I know you. Like I said, thankful for everybody participating. Thankful for the people who just watch it, just keep up with it. But like I said, we try to make it so, if people want to jump in that haven't did it online stuff, it's cool for you. And like I said, we just having a good time.
Yeah. Nothing really on the line.
Right.
Just getting games in.
Right. So I think we've done good. Like, how many years we've been doing this? 3, 4 now? 5?
At least 5.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still going. We still here. We're not dead. At least I don't think I am.
We might be zombies, but zombies move.
All right.
We make noise.
What?
Well. Another recap from Buckeye friends. We'll be seeing you again shortly for the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have a good night, good day. Whenever y'all listen to it, if y'all don't hear us, then you won't hear the bad things we said about you. All right. Y'all got anything? You want to say anything, Roland? I mean,
I'm here.
He's here.
Not
Tevon,
all there.
There you go. And Tevon, you got anything?
No, man. I'll see you at the tournament.
There you go. Out.